I just got my term 2 report and it's not looking good. But the real question is, will I get accepted by South Africa's Ivy Leagues or will I take a gap year? Hi guys, my name is Oami. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys things I wish I did differently in grade 11. It is currently the third term of my grade 11 and there are some things that need to be adjusted so I can make sure that I'm properly ready for grade 12, right? These are things I wish I did sooner or things I wish I avoided rather. I'll be sharing my mistakes and I'll not only be stopping there, but I'll also be sharing tips on how to overcome those mistakes. Mistakes are bound to happen in life. It is how we learn, right? So this is my learning experience and I am happy to share with you guys and just anyone who needs it out there. So I have a bunch of notes on my tab right here, so I make sure that I'm not just rambling. I'm just gonna stick to my notes because they took time to prepare. Who's this? Guys, I have a new tablet. And before I start, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday of August. Clock that. But yeah, do that. Join the fam. Anyways, things I wish I did differently in grade 11. I've already told you guys that these are my mistakes and probably some other people's mistakes. These are very common mistakes also just for students and just, you know, this can be if you're in grade 11, higher or even lower. These are literally, it has no age range. They just happen. Okay, academics hit you so hard and you know that's why these are so common because we are all students, period. Clock that. Anyways, number 1 is relying on motivation over discipline. Before I do any homework or any studying, I usually go to TikTok and search toxic study motivation, which is absolutely not okay. I've relied on motivation for the longest time. I used to be such a disciplined babe, but then I don't know what happened and then I changed to that girl who relies on motivation over discipline. Discipline simply means showing up for yourself each and every single day, even if you don't feel like it, even if you're sick, even if you're, you know, unless you're on a deathbed, then okay. But yeah, even if you're sick, even if you're lazy, you're tired, you just show up. That's discipline. That's what I don't have currently. But anyways, that is that. And motivation is like a passing thing. It's gonna come, it's gonna go, it's gonna come, it's gonna go. But discipline is consistency. Discipline is showing up each and every time, each and every single day. And I have not been doing that. I was always waiting to feel like it before I actually do something, which that's motivation. Like, why are you waiting? Who are you waiting for? You know, the person that is blocking you from reaching your goals is yourself. It is not your enemies, and mind you, your enemies are not the people in front of you. Guys, we are not fighting with people over here. Clock that. Anyways, the person that is stopping you from reaching your most amazing goals in life is yourself. It is you versus you at the end of the day. My tip to overcome this challenge is to rather create a study routine, or also you could use a Pomodoro method, like timers, whereby there are different methods. If you go onto TikTok, we live in a day and age, guys, where we can actually find information on the internet very easily, so it is all just available for you. You can use the Pomodoro methods, which are to time yourself. You can work for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5 minutes, or you can do a 50-minute session and take a 10-minute break. Preferably by that break you're doing something productive like moving around and stuff like that, right? So like you don't actually get exhausted while you're studying. Another thing is to set up checklists. I usually have to-do lists for the day. Yes, I don't follow through the majority of the time, but you know, I have my priorities, which are to read my Bible, to study for a minimum of 3 hours, and then it's usually like another thing that is on my priority list, maybe like journaling, things that will help me elevate my top priorities. Secondly, we have not showing up for yourself, or rather in this case, myself. I always tell myself that I will study after school, I will study after this, I will study after this, and then at the end of the day, you're just gonna find me scrolling on my phone literally for hours and hours. I do admit to you guys, I am on my phone majority of the time. I know it's not good, guys, but yeah, I am fighting a phone addiction at the moment. I can't even say it's getting better. It's just constant. Like, I'm still there. I haven't even made any like harsh decisions to take, and like, you know. And the thing is, I do work on social media. Like, I'm the public relations manager for my team's thingy, for my school's science club. I do YouTube, I do TikTok, Instagram. Like, it's actually such like a lot, because like I work there, like I do some stuff there. It's not like, oh, I'm just on TikTok. No, I'm finding video ideas, I'm editing, I'm, you know. But other than that, it's not even, sometimes I'm actually not working, I'm just scrolling, I'm just doom scrolling for nothing. So like, it's not helping me in any way possible. A tip that I have for this common mistake, which I know that not all of us, but most people have, is schedule fun time and study time. Like, separate the two. They are two totally different things, and they should be prioritized differently. In as much as you work hard, you should also rest hard, or rather play hard, right? Also, habit trackers. There are many apps that for habit trackers on, you know, on our phones and stuff like that we can download. People use planners. As I said, I do checklists, like to-do lists on my notes app, and you know, I just keep track of my stuff there. And then yeah, that's a tip that I have that we can all get into. The key thing is to actually just hold ourselves accountable, guys. Right now, you have people pushing you to do this, to do that, to do that. It could be your parents, it could be your guardian or something like that. But like, guys, it's actually gonna get to a point where you're just gonna have to hold yourself accountable. Like, there's no one who's gonna be there to, you know, always push you, right? So like, the key is you. You are you. Okay, you need yourself first. A mistake that I've made this year, I've made every other year, is to ignore revision until it is test week. Okay, at the beginning of the year, I set a goal for myself to revise every week and like do weekly tests, right? I have not done that. I have 3 months of school left, and I have not done that. Like, what do you mean? As I said, I'm only building from up here. I'm only growing from up here. I'm only learning from up here. So like, you know, I'm very disappointed in myself that I didn't stick up to my goal. But like, I'm not gonna criticize myself. Like, there's no time for that, okay? I have to push right now for the amount of time that I have left. Studying right before a test comes, or like right before, okay, for exams, guys, I don't play about exams, and like, you know, our March and September tests, those I do study, like, you know. But like, I be having pressure because like I didn't do the thingy before, you know. I didn't revise the work before, rather. So yeah, a tip that I have for us to overcome this is to do weekly revisions and test ourselves, not only reading through the notes that we learned, but actually testing ourselves to make sure that we got it in, that it's locked in. Starting weekly summaries is literally gonna elevate us. Like, probably you could do it every Sunday. That's like a more chilled and relaxed day, right? Or you could do it every Fridays if you feel like you can work on Fridays. Personally, for me, I can't really work on Fridays. Like, Fridays are my chill days, okay? I like to stress about school Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, not really, because like I've been wanting to rest for the week that is coming. But yeah, weekly summaries are going to be very vital, especially since we are writing in a few weeks for our September test, and the matrics have prelims and they have finals in a few months, or rather weeks also. So weekly summaries are actually what's going to help us keep pushing and not have so much work piled up right before our tests. My fourth mistake that I've made is not asking for help. Literally suffering in silence, being confused in silence. I was always like, okay, I'll just go onto YouTube. They actually told me that the first step of, you know, understanding is to not go on YouTube. It's to actually ask a teacher. I'm saying specifically, don't rely on your friends, guys, okay? Like, your friends can explain something, they understand it in their own way. Ask for help from a professional, which is your teacher. A person who went to school for that, a person who got a degree for that, okay? Yes, don't rely on your friends. Your friends can help you here and there, but don't really rely on them to tell you everything. They could be feeding you wrong information because they interpret it differently, right? And they remember it differently. Maybe they remember it with a song and you remember your stuff with like visual stuff, like drawing and stuff like that. So like, yes, you can ask your friends here and there, make study groups. That's actually also helpful if you like working in a group and you can't work alone. I know some of my few friends who like working in groups. Personally, for me, I like working alone. That's a thing that I prefer. And yeah, my tip is to actually ask for help, guys. Like, you first of all, ask your teachers. Second of all, we have YouTube and AI. We live in the 21st century. ChatGPT is available. Meta AI, Gemini or whatever, is also available. Like, you can even ask them to make you questions, common questions that they ask in tests. You can ask your teachers if you don't understand a concept. They are there to help you. They get paid to help you, okay? So you're not wasting their time. You're not doing anything. It's their job. My fifth mistake was procrastination and perfectionism, okay? I was avoiding tasks because I wanted them to be perfect. Just start. Just start, bro. Like, once you start, your brain is gonna kick in that, you know what, we just started, like, we're locked in already. Like, if I say I'm gonna study at 3 o'clock and then it's 3:05, I'm not gonna study until 3:30 or even 4, like, you know? Like, bro, just start. Like, it doesn't really matter. Once you start, it's just locked in already in your brain, okay? I shouldn't be avoiding tasks because they're not perfect. Okay, like, I'm learning, as I said, I'm building here, like,
I'm building here. Angikwazi ukuthi all the time isitini ngiyasifaka siyagweba.
Bro, right? So the key is to just start at any time, at any given, just start. Sixth common mistake and sixth mistake that I have made is not taking care of myself. I was skipping meals, especially during exam season, having high caffeine in my body, which is not good for me because I was not sleeping. I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm even getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep right now. And like, bro, I sleep late, I wake up early. I live 30 minutes away from school, like plus or minus 30 away from school. Like, I should not be, no, bro, like, it's very vital. A productive student is a student who also rests. Okay, that's something that we must know. My pro tip for this is to get enough hours of sleep. 6 to 8. I know, like, it's very difficult and stuff like that, but like, we can't always rely on 4 hours of sleep, guys. We are also students. Our bodies need to rest, and that's how information actually gets reinforced into your brain, is when you rest and actually sleep, right? Eating healthy is also very vital. Also, exercising. Like, guys, we take exercising so for granted. Like, exercising now is like a luxury. No, it should not be a luxury. Exercise is very much vital. I go to the gym. I have not gone in a bit though because of circumstances, but like, you know, I go to the gym and oh my gosh, I feel amazing. My body feels tired in a good way, so that means I can actually sleep for longer because I want to just like get my body to rest, right? And yeah, bro, right after I come off the treadmill, I feel energized. I feel like I could take over the world. When I have my protein smoothie, I am just full within minutes. Okay, like, exercise is not a luxury. It's actually a necessity, and I think everyone should invest in a gym membership. Not everyone needs to invest in a gym membership if you can, yeah. But like, we have walking, we have parks that God has granted us, we have beautiful areas that we can walk to, or like, you know, yeah, my mom and my dad actually used to go on walks and I would just like chill in the house. I think that was before or right after I joined the gym. I'm not a walking person, but like, it's actually also pretty important to walk, and I don't take the bus, so you can already imagine, like, you know, a walk. If I took the bus, it would be easier for me to walk, but I don't take the bus, I go by car, so I don't really walk that much. And I'm planning on changing that, obviously. Number 7 is studying without strategy. You cannot, absolutely cannot, just take your textbook and just read over it a couple of times, read over it. That is not studying. That is you just doing something for fun. Okay? Yeah, stop that. You need to have a set study schedule of what you're studying, of what you'll be doing. You can be making flashcards. That is studying. You could be doing active recall, like testing yourself you could use the whiteboard method. I don't have a whiteboard, so yeah. Study with a purpose and not just study because you just want to get it over and done with. You're not going to get anything up here, okay? Study with a purpose, and actually that is when information will get instilled into your brain, okay? That is when you'll be studying effectively, efficiently, and not just wasting your time. And studying without a purpose makes you feel exhausted much earlier because like you don't know what you're doing. You don't remember what you just read, not even learned what you just read. So yeah, that is the thing about subjects like subjects like life sciences and geography. They give you notes in class and you think you know them. No, you don't. You actually need to go home and test your ass because you don't know anything. A final mistake, I've kept this one for last because it's something that is very much touching. I don't do it personally, but I do find myself just, thinking about doing it, but I just don't. Number 8 is comparing yourself. Okay, this is a very common mistake that kids make or that students make, and especially in high school and primary. But primary, you're really too young to be actually comparing yourself unless a guardian is doing so. If a guardian is doing so, please stop that. Okay, kids do not like to be compared. I was having this conversation with my life orientation teacher, and she told me, she was like, no, like parents be when they get their kids' report, they be comparing them to other kids. Like, okay, that is their ability, but this is mine. I'm presenting to you my ability. Yes, maybe there are some areas where I can do better, but like, here's what I did right now, right? Do not compare yourself. Man, like our powers, our brains are not built the same. We're built differently for a reason, to have a very diverse community or, diverse world. We have different cultures. Imagine if we were all from the same culture, we wouldn't be finding different dynamics from different countries and, different backgrounds. We'd just all be the same. That is boring, okay? Do not compare yourself. Do not allow anyone to tell you can do like that person, you can do like that person. Do not be envious. Do not be envious. Do not be jealous, okay? We just clap for others before our turn comes, okay? We are all going to be up there, okay? That is the goal, is to all be up there, okay? So, like, comparison is the thief of joy, and you don't want to be sad all your life. So don't compare yourself, and don't allow someone to make you feel inferior, because what God has for you is only for you. God will never, and I mean never, deliver your mail at somebody else's house, okay? Clock that. The most important thing, and this is not a rule, this is not anything, is to put God first. Put God first in everything that you do. Put God first before you study, while you're studying, after you study, before an exam, after an exam. Put God like everywhere. I have a bunch of certificates behind me here, and those purple notes, one is written, God guides my steps, because he actually does, okay? God is so good, guys, and I know that everything happens for a reason. You didn't get in the top 10 this term, okay, fine. Everything happens for a reason. Your turn is coming, okay? And yeah, guys, just put God first in everything that you do. Not only when you need him, but also after anything has happened that you ask him to, grant for you. I am hoping to get better. I am hoping to not choose motivation over discipline. I want to show up for myself each and every single day. I just want to improve in all aspects of my life, not only academically, but also in other aspects too. So if you are in grade 11, higher, or even lower, I hope this video helped you in some way or helped you feel less alone, because you are not alone, okay? There are a bunch of us going through this. You guys should let me know in the comments what mistakes you have made in your school journey, in your academics, and what has helped you stay on track. And yeah, we all make mistakes. We're all growing. We're all learning in different aspects, and that is the beauty of life. And if future OR me is watching this, I hope you've grown. I hope you're doing better, my love. I love you so much, and have some mercy on yourself. Be kind and be humble, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow my social medias. They'll be down in the description and on the screen. I'll see you guys next week, and until then, bye.